Yeah. Is it working? I think you're frozen, JD. This has gone comically wrong, hasn't it? Wow. Can hear now. Thank you. Welcome everybody to a very delayed start. We're kicking off in about 3 minutes time. What a mad start. I do apologise everybody. I don't know what was going wrong then. But yeah, very quickly on our team news. I won't go through Aston Villa's team news. I haven't got the time. But as you can see, it's a very, very strange system that we're playing today with the return of McFred and obviously the return of that very beautiful centre-back pairing that we never thought we'd see again. And I know you're all really excited to see with Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire. What a start to the stream, says Craig. See, you only get the best when I'm on, mate. See, when everyone else does a stream, it goes nice and smooth. With me, you get all this. But thank you for sticking by. I don't even know what went wrong. Literally everything was just going crazy. The team sheet wouldn't load up. The stream wouldn't start. It just kept saying there was an error. I don't know what it was. The timer kept freezing. So I'm blaming you partly for this. But yeah, as Tom put in the comments, Dubravka, yes, our man that we've been calling out for many weeks now. Me and Tom said he should have been starting in the Europa League, but he finally gets to make his debut against a very good Aston Villa team. They have actually rotated. I will very quickly. I don't know if this is going to work. I could break it again, so here we go. The Aston Villa team: Olsen, Young, Concert, Chambers, Augustinson, Ramsey, who played very well on the weekend as well, Kamara, Douglas Luiz, McGinn, fantastic player. I really rate McGinn. Watkins and Ings. Watkins, I thought, again, he's a workhorse, man. That guy does some serious work. And on the bench, they've got my most hated player, Martinez. And also one to watch out for on there is Bailey, who obviously cried his eyes out after the going up against the Butcher the other day. Tom said, Craig says here, I like the timer. You better add do. This is all for you. Yeah, that's all for you, that timer. See? People put in requests. I always try my best. It might break the stream, but I'm here for you. See? This is what you call a community show. Right, let's have a look. Bear in mind, my stream might be like way behind your guys. So, yeah, so at the moment we're getting ready to lay Reece down on the pitch. So there'll be probably a slight delay to today's game. And like I said, I could be way behind you guys. If I am, bear with me. I'm not going to keep chopping and changing streams because I broke a lot of things last week. So will be a slightly delayed stream. But yeah, the soldiers are taking on the Reece. So very quickly before we do our 1 minute silence, I've already done sort of 3 minutes at the start of this stream, so that was the real reason, guys. Just paying that extra bit of respect. But very weird lineup today with certainly in that midfield, Donny van de Beek getting another chance. He needs to perform. This is a game I want to see him perform at the top of his game. Right, we're going to do our 1 minute silence. And there we are. I'm not enjoying these comments from you, Craig. You can keep these to yourself. I'm going to mute you, I think. It was actually a genuine thing, as if I was doing a few minutes silence at the start of the stream. Don't listen to Craig. He's lying. So, Manchester United are starting, as you can see on screen. Yeah, Craig, I do agree. I think this could be a diamond formation with Bruno at the tip of the diamond, hopefully, with McSauce. Maybe McSauce and Fred. I don't know. I was thinking of 4-4-2, but then I was thinking, well, none of these can really play, on the width, but I don't know. I'm going with this, but I do think you're right. It could be a diamond. I'm not going to tweak anything because, as we've seen, things go crazy. Hi, Asif. Lovely to see you here. And the game has kicked off. I am going to be a few seconds behind on this timer, Craig, because I have to do a lot of clicking around now for you. Look at this. It started. Give me quick score predictions. Very nervous. Starting line is not strong. I agree, Asif. Today, I'm going with a 2-1 Manchester United win. I think we will need to put in a big shift. Harry Maguire and Lindelof at the back still worries me. I still have nightmares. Hopefully, I was hoping we'd never see that again. Bruno is on the wing. Yeah, noticed that. So I think it is pretty much what I've gone with. I do think it's gone with two holding midfielders in McFred, and then having Donny van de Beek playing in the 10, and then the front three. That seems to be how it's going. Like I say, guys, I might be a little bit behind you also. You'll have to bear with. But I'm not flicking through everything again after last week. So we're just passing it around the back, opening minute in. Let me know your thoughts as well in the comments on score predictions, guys, and what to watch out for and what are you worried about, because I think there's definitely room to be nervous in today's game, certainly with the humbling we got. Dubravka, I don't know, very nervous. Good kick for him. First touch, and Aston Villa win the ball back in the middle of the park. Oh, Augustinson's actually got down the wing here, and well played. Well played from Bruno Fernandes there, covering for Diogo Dalot on the far side, and he was able to kick it off the Aston Villa player for a Manchester United goal kick. So the game continues. Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous. I've still got flashbacks to Brentford and all of last season's games, to be honest, with Maguire and Lindelof. It's not something that I really want to see much of. They're playing it nicely around the back, I've got to admit. They're not really going anywhere with it. Malacia, good switch there, but now, well done. Malacia's fighting here, I think, with Watkins. Manchester United have done well here, but Fred loses out in midfield, and it goes straight back to the Manchester United centre-back, Victor Lindelof. Asif, 2-0, hopefully. Yeah, it could be. Could be. I'm just hoping that we can put some figures on him after that humbling that we got on the weekend. It's also funny, I don't know if you guys have heard about I Show Speed's gone to Old Trafford today, and obviously his idol is Ronaldo, who's not even made the bench, apparently out due to illness from what I was reading. Martial chases this ball down here, both centre-backs. There seems to be a bit of confusion here, and that's a bit of a nervy start for the Aston Villa centre-back pair in there. And the goalkeeper, Olsen, obviously he's not a regular, comes in place for my nemesis, Emiliano Martinez. Craig's put here, Fred loses the ball with his first touch. I think usually when Fred loses the ball with his first touch, we know what kind of Fred we're going to get. But yeah, we need to do something to these guys today. We really do. Unai Emery, man, he has got Manchester United in the bag. He understands how we play. He knows everything about us. He lives to beat Manchester United, this guy. Tony should be on the score sheet today. Yeah, I'm hoping so. I just hope he doesn't get injured, to be honest. That's more my main thing. Good tackle there, I think, from John McGinn on Fred, winning the ball back. Manchester United started a little bit livelier, but not really created anything yet. Harry Maguire knocks over Ollie Watkins, and it's a free kick to Aston Villa just over the halfway line. You liking your timer there? It is a little bit behind by about a minute. But like I say, I had to do a lot of clicking in order to start it. It's not as simple as I thought it would be of just pressing one button. You've got to go into one thing, then another, then click it, and yeah. I won't bore you with it. Fred shocker incoming, says Craig. Yeah, we know what Fred we're going to get. When things like this happen, we know what Fred we're going to get. Aston Villa trying to attack down the far side there, but Diogo Dalot wins it back. And now Scott McTominay feeds it out wide to Tyrell Malacia. He feeds it now to Marcus Rashford, who is running down the wing on the left-hand side, which we like to see. No more right-sided Marcus Rashford, then he loses out to Ramsey. But still, he did more in that opening 3 seconds of that run than he did in the whole game against Aston Villa on Sunday, playing on the right-hand side. Nice to see a bit of positivity. McTominay, he tried feeding something through there, but both Martial and Rashford would have been offside. It's going to be an interesting competition today, seeing Marcus Rashford going up against Ashley Young. I'm looking forward to seeing how that develops. Villa is playing the strongest team. No, not at all. Not by any stretch. I'll very quickly show you the Aston Villa squad. If you have a look at the screen now, Asif, there you are. It's not the strongest team. That's the Aston Villa squad that they've got out today. Olsen, Young, Konsa, Chambers, Augustinson, Ramsey, Kamara, Luis, McGinn, Watkins, Ings. Still a pretty strong squad, I'd say. Still some decent players there. First team is in there. Bailey and Martinez on the bench. Matty Cash as well. Didn't notice him before, but Matty Cash is on the bench. So still players that can cause issues. Good start for United, says Craig. I agree. Very bubbly start. Anyone that's new or anyone that's watching, make sure you hit that subscribe button and drop us a like as well. It is very much appreciated. Straight after the stream, it's a ball through for Ollie Watkins, and Dubrovka's there. Good goalkeeping. Yeah, we're going to try and live stream as much as possible from now on. Certainly after the World Cup. And yeah, drop us a like and a comment as well. We always read the comments out and have your say on the channel. Straight after the game as well, as I was saying, straight after the game is the match review. I'm only doing a very short match review today, just with the player ratings. And if you wanted to, get more of a say, or if you wanted to pick me up on any of my points, then I am actually going straight onto Rich Sports. So if you go onto Rich Sports on YouTube, I'm there, one of the panel members on there today, which is exciting. And you can have your say on there. Another great channel for fan content. And here we go, great ball across here. Oh, Bruno Fernandes was nearly in, and Olsen did really well to get across there. At first I thought he'd messed it up. Oh, that's a fantastic ball. I think that was by McTominay. I didn't quite see who that was from. But yeah, Bruno Fernandes was nearly in there, but Olsen did so well. Didn't hesitate, carried on, chasing everything down, did well. I thought for a second he messed that up, but that was a good opportunity for Manchester United. Now Bruno Fernandes standing over the corner, plays it, doesn't even whip it in. Rashford crosses it. Harry Maguire. Malacia tries to keep the ball back in, but he hits it straight out for a goal kick. Good start by Man U. I agree. I think it was Craig that said that. I agree. Good start from United. Bubbly. That's what we need. And hopefully we can just keep up that intensity now. Just hope that we never get to see Marcus Rashford on that right-hand side. Hated that on Sunday. I know I spoke about that a lot. I spoke about it certainly after the game. But good press there from United. Victor Lindelof to Scott McTominay in midfield, who's picked up the ball in space. Our play already looks so much better, certainly in that midfield. That midfield was a big sign of weakness on Sunday. Seeing Harry Maguire on the halfway line gives me a little bit of anxiety. I can't lie to you there. And here we go. Malacia out wide to Marcus Rashford. Now this is where we'll struggle. There you go. Malacia's in the box. Great bit of defending. Malacia tried whipping it through, but Ashley Young did really well there to put it out for a Manchester United corner. Yeah, that was good. Now, something I was going to say we're going to struggle with is Malacia never overlaps. He sort of runs into the box. Just as I said that, he ran into the box and was able to. We were able to pick a pass out. We look calmer with Bruno in the team, says Craig. You know, someone on Twitter actually, someone tweeted me earlier and did say that they would have dropped Bruno for this game, which I'm really confused with, to be honest. Certainly seeing how we were in the last game, Bruno does bring a lot to this team. Brings a lot of energy, sometimes a lot of control, and we really miss his creativity when he's not on the pitch. Ball across here. Marcus Rashford on the right-hand side and he's offside. So Marcus seems to have switched and gone out wide now. After just saying, I don't want him on the right, he plays out on the right. But it was actually a decent chance. I think the draw straight after this game as well, so I'll try and do that in my match reaction. I'm hoping we just get an easy fixture. We've obviously got a big one against Barcelona coming up in February, amongst other really tough fixtures. I don't know about you guys, my commentators that sat here talking about Ronaldo leaving the field against Ammonia, and I'm thinking that's how much of an impact that, you know, Ronaldo leaving did. No, he won the ball. Their referee gave a free kick to Aston Villa. Malacia won the ball by the looks of it. I've got to see the replay. Craig's put, has Donny had a touch of the ball yet? To be honest, Craig, again, I haven't even noticed Donny like on the pitch. That man is like, oh no, that was a foul for Malacia on Young. Yeah, he's got like some like vanishing cloak or something, that man. Absolutely stealing a living. He gets to be in the team, in the first team, and doesn't actually have to go on the pitch. It's incredible. Can't even call him a bench warmer anymore. Victor Lindelof clears it nicely there. Asif simply put no. I've just seen Van der Beek come into shot now. I am about 30 seconds ahead on my stream, by the way. Ignore the timer to an extent. Apart from you, Craig, you stare at that timer. You watch nothing. I don't want you to watch the game at all. I want you to stare at that timer. Oh, Harry Maguire. Oh, Jocelyn with Ollie Watkins there. I'm not going to lie, scared me. Of course, Harry Maguire has made the England squad today. Too much frustration. It's a weird one, isn't it? Over some of the players like Tomori. I feel so bad for that guy. It's like sometimes that Southgate forgets that there are players in other leagues. Tomori's played more minutes, made much more of an impact in the games he has played than Harry Maguire. Craig's put, Donny's superpower is invisibility. One hell of a superpower. He does it well, to be fair. Like, take nothing away from him. We've signed a £34 million ghost. I mean, that, by Manchester United standards, is fantastic. As a marketing strategy, that's pretty incredible. We're trying to get that sponsor with Ghostbusters. Speaking of which, Donny was having the ball there, but then the referee said, no ghosts allowed, and called offside on somebody, and I don't know who. Not a bad start from Manchester United, I've got to admit. It's just one of those things. I always wonder where our goal threat's going to be, and I'm glad Martial's back, but just always something always bugs me. Now we seem to gone in. I'm trying to figure out who's playing where now. So Rashford has moved over to the right. Bruno's gone over to the left. Donny van der Beek, is he going to win that header? No, he's not. But Marcus Rashford, oh, he's trying. Ooh, and Donny van der Beek's killed a man. Ooh, took his legs. He could be booked for that. Oh, I think that's a booking. Ooh, that was a nasty one. The referee having a talk with the ghost. The ghost of Tushima. Wow, killed him. Ooh. Should have been a booking for me. That Donny van der Beek is very lucky that he's a ghost and he can't receive a yellow card, because that he would have been booked for that. No VAR as well, from what I'm hearing. Free for all, lads. Go for it. Aston Villa calm under pressure at the back there, playing out between Olsen and the defender. I don't know who that defender is, but we are pressing a lot more today than we did in the whole of that game on the weekend. Someone said that without Bruno in the team, we really struggled to press, and yeah, I can see that. Bruno's back in, and all of a sudden, with a on paper a weaker team, we're doing much better. Oh, McTominay tried to feed Rashford through there, but it was picked out. I think that was by Konsa. What if the game goes on to penalties? Penalties is anyone's game then, isn't it, really, man? Like, you look at... I mean, the good thing is if it does go to penalties, we've got Dubravka in goal and not De Gea, because I say we'll have a slight chance. Historically, it would have to go with Unai Emery's team when it comes to penalties. But we are pressing them into some mistakes. So something I picked up on Sunday was when they clear the ball, there's always one of their players was winning it up the other end of the pitch. They've not been able to do that today. Ollie Watkins and Danny Ings haven't barely had a touch. We've just pressed them into kicking it out for a throw-in, or, you know, making a mistake and putting it out for a corner. But yeah, Watkins, and that's a good ball. That's a fantastic ball. I don't know who played that. Bruno's offside. That's the third time on that right-hand side we've been offside now. Rashford twice, and Bruno as well, just. That's a disappointing thing to be offside there. 3 times now in the opening few minutes. Bruno leads the press, in my opinion. He's one of the best. It's one of his best attributes. I agree, Craig. One of the most beautiful quotes I saw about Bruno over the weekend was, "He's the glue that holds that press together," and I like that. A lot of people don't talk about his work rate. They just talk about him as a pass merchant or a, Hail Mary pass merchant. But he does a lot more. His work rate is insane. And although I would have rather missed this game than the game on Sunday, I'm glad in a way that he's had a bit of a rest, because he does put some absolute shifts in. Aston Villa keeping the ball here. Yeah, nightmare of Europa final penalties is still young in my head. Never got over it, mate. That was the time I thought we would finally see some silverware. Certainly under Ollie as well. I thought that campaign, that Europa League campaign, he did very well in. Managed it really well. We had some tough opponents in that league. Ashley Young here on the far side. And again, straight away, as soon as he passes the ball to Ollie Watkins, Victor Lindelof is up his anus. Here we go. Fred feeds in. Rashford to Bruno. It's 1-0 Manchester United, but the flag is up. There's no VAR, so there's no checking this. It will stand. It is still Manchester United 0, Aston Villa 0. Just going to watch the replay now. Yeah, he is offside, I think. Yeah, he's offside. Based on the lines, yeah, Fred should have given the ball sooner, I agree. He had more time. Should have fed the ball through much sooner than that. He had space and time. Don't know why he didn't. But again, brilliant for Manchester United to win it straight back from Ollie Watkins in the way that we did. The referee blew the whistle to take the free kick. We took the free kick. He said it was too quick. Make that make sense. We've been offside FC so far, says Craig. I agree. Good start, Katie. A lot better than what we saw at the weekend. Phil's put, I'd prefer Bruno not playing in Ronaldo's shadow. Do you know what, Phil? I'm sure it was you a few years ago that said, when we first signed Ronaldo, that you said about how poor Ronaldo and Bruno were together in the Euros. I'm sure it was me and you that had that discussion. And I kind of said, nah, it won't be the same, but I think you're absolutely right. So if it was you, fair play. Fred had to play the ball sooner. I'm glad I missed the match on the weekend, to be honest, as Katie. Yeah, it was. I wish I missed that match. It was horrible. Not even just the fact we lost, it was the manner in which we lost. It was ridiculous. Freaking Fred's touch is horrible. When will that guy learn? Don't think Fred will ever learn. But there's a lot of talk as well in the papers that we're giving him a 3-year contract. Which, I don't know, baffles me a little bit. Fred is such an unpredictable goat, says Katie. Oh my goodness me. Katie is a bit of a Fred stan for some reason. So strange. Phil's put, yes it was. Yeah, he was spot on. I actually brought that up in one of the streams I did a couple of weeks ago about Bruno and Ronaldo, but when I saw your name then for some reason it all just came together. Now Aston Villa are playing a bit of a high line here. Manchester United are just going to try and break through their lines, but so far every time they've tried they've been offside. Must have been offside about 5 times in total now. We did have the ball in the back of the net, but the offside flag was raised, rightfully so. But much better start for Manchester United, all things must be said. It's a much brighter start, quicker, whipping it around more. Hopefully this will last. Let me know your thoughts on the match so far in the comments, guys. We're constantly crowding Aston Villa out. Every time they sort of find a pocket, we just smother them. That press is really alive in this game. Katie, your lover, Fred, has been frustrating so far. I agree. Oh, bit of a dodgy back pass there. Olsen tries to clear it straight on the head of onto Dalot. Fred passes it out wide to Dalot. We've got the ball back. Ball in from Bruno Fernandes, past everybody, but picked up on the far side by Tyrell Malacia, who picks it up to Marcus Rashford. Ooh. I think it was Scott McTominay tried to feed Marcus Rashford back through, but it's cleared by Aston Villa, and we pick up the ball again with Harry Maguire, moves it forward. He's honestly something else. He's either really bloody good or really bad. Fred the lover, says Asif. Yeah, she's a big fan. Every stream, it's always Fred. But I agree. He can just, some days, he's unplayable. Was it the Everton game or the Tottenham game? I can't remember. One of the games he came on and he was just unreal. He scored in whatever game it was. Maybe it wasn't Chelsea. But yeah, he was absolutely unreal. I think it was the Spurs game. Like, just completely bossed everybody. And then the next game, shocking. Game sort of died down ever so slowly, but the referee's telling Aston Villa to hurry up and kick the ball into play. Harry Maguire wins it there. Donny van de Beek doesn't even know where the ball is. Doesn't probably know at this point what a ball is, to be fair to him. He hasn't seen one in so long. Marcus Rashford up against Ashley Young here. Turned Ashley Young already. Malacia on the overlap. Oh my gosh, Malacia overlapped and he whipped the ball in. Diogo Dalot. Oh! Tyrell Malacia on the overlap. I called it. Diogo Dalot just over. Oh, I'm just watching the replay now. Malacia whips the ball in. It does take a deflection, I think, off Ashley Young. Marcus Rashford against Ashley Young, so interesting, yeah. Malacia hits one into the box. Diogo Dalot is a difficult header, that, but just over Olsen's goal. Could have been 1-0. It's actually took a deflection, I think, because it's been given as a Manchester United corner. So Fred's got the ball. Sort of weird corners at the moment. I'm liking them. Right, Anthony Martial running at Ashley Young now. Conce is there, and Don't know what we're doing. This is what annoys me. When we haven't got tall players in the box, we cross it. When we have got tall players in the box, we play around the box a little bit. I don't get it. It's a weird one. Get it on Slabhead's head. If Fred scores, Katie will throw a party. Blooming heck, if Fred scores, she probably, like, I don't know, probably pop a baby out. She's obsessed with Fred. Pop a baby Fred out. Marshall hasn't had a sniff so far. I agree. Been kept very quiet. He is starting to. They are starting to move the front line around a bit more, which is nice to see. Again, something that you get with a more fluid front three. You can sort of have Rashford going down the middle or Martial going out on the left, vice versa, playing it up a little bit. Rashford's already started on the left. He's already gone over to the right. It's what I like about having a more dynamic front line. Martial is trying to just get that run for that ball over the top, but it's just not been coming. The Aston Villa line has been brilliant. Rashford's ball for Rashford over the top, but probably would have been offside. Disguised Red Panda. Hey, Disguised Red Panda. Hope you're good this evening. Lovely to see you on. Fred's smile is the main attraction for Katie. I agree. There's not much else really that he does, is there? There can't be much more to Fred than his smile. It was like when we signed Malacia, and no one knew anything about him other than that he had this ace smile. But I must admit, Manchester United is playing football 10 times quicker than they were the other day. Eric Ten Hag's definitely made these lot jog. But it's still 0-0. What do you guys reckon about some of the England selections today? I don't know if you've seen them. James Maddison goes, which I'm so happy about. The Callum Wilson one I'm a bit mixed on. Like, I think he's been really good for Newcastle. But I really wanted Ivan Toney to go. I think Ivan Toney's... I don't know, I really like Ivan Toney. I think he's the man. And I think he'd offer us a lot. Sad not to see players like James Ward-Prowse get a chance. You know, good set piece takers, but yeah, if any England fans in the comments want to get you saying about the squad, Gareth Southgate selection, I was going to do a separate video on it, but not had chance to today. And sorry I wasn't able to do a stream as well last night. I wanted to do one last night, but my little man was very poorly, so I couldn't get on. Katie's put, that face, how could you not love him? I take it you're on about me there, Katie, not Fred. Oh, Dubravka. Oh, dear, that was a bad ball back then. I don't know who it was. I think it was... I only looked up as the pass was being made. I think it was Diogo Dalot. Yeah, he puts his thumbs up to apologise to Dubravka. Strange pass back, but Dubravka did well to deal with it. He looks very confident. Obviously, Old Trafford's such a scary place to be, certainly as a goalkeeper, but he looks so calm, so relaxed. I like that. Katie's put England, Maguire again is interesting. I'm mega happy for Shaw. He's so good, yes. Luke Shaw definitely deserves to go, and I know Tom will be happy. I think Tom paid Gareth Southgate for that one to happen. But yeah, it's really good news. Acid's put, well, England qualified for T20 final. For T20 final? Do you mean the Euro 20 final? 22 final? I don't know what you mean there. Or you went about cricket or something. I don't know what T20 final. It's so weird seeing a different man in goal tonight. Yeah, it is, isn't it? My computer nearly had a meltdown earlier when I tried to change David De Gea's... took David De Gea off to put Dubravka in. Phil's put Fred for England. I'd have him over Phillips or the like. I mean, it's a weird one as well, Phillips. Having Phillips and he's played... I think Craig was telling me earlier, he's only played 14 minutes of football this year. Or Premier League football, anyway. Played in last night's game. But really strange. It's a weird one. It's a sad one for in Calvin Phillips going... Oh, Fred again, losing the ball in midfield. Blooming heck. based on this performance tonight, Phil, Fred wouldn't get into the England team. He just about struggled to get into blooming Iran's team. Shocking. How many more chances? Like, I just don't get Fred. I just don't get him. His game is so erratic. And I get that's part of his nature, that's part of his game, but it's so frustrating to watch. This guy's Red Panda's put, yeah, you definitely should, Jord. And Asif's put cricket T20 final. Yeah, I'm not a big cricket lover, to be honest, my man. And Katie's put Fred will end up on a lads and dads team. He's just something else. I would get so frustrated playing a normal 11-a-side or man versus fat football with him. He would do my nutting because he's got all the capabilities in the world, but he's just so bang average at times. But that's the thing with Fred. Every time you talk about Fred in a derogatory way, you have to add the bit at times at the end of it, otherwise he makes you look stupid. Because watch him score a hat-trick tonight. He could be having the worst game ever and pop up with a goal or an assist. Manchester United defending a corner here. First real threat from Aston Villa. Can we weather this tiny little storm that's coming in? The ball's whipped in. There's an awkward one. Dubravka did well. Dubravka did very well then. Thought he'd almost fell into the goal. But Aston Villa whipped the ball back in. We're there strong as ever. Ashley Young tried to hit one on the half volley. Not happening, lad. Bruno Fernandes wins it back. My man Fred. Go on, Fred. Fred's passing is about as useful as a camera with no lens. We need to keep up. We need to find like a little game to play during some of these games. Oh, I'm watching the ball being whipped in now. He went for goal. That was going in, you know. That was McTominay, I think, cleared that out. Yeah. Wow, that was an effort and a half. I think that was Douglas Luiz with that corner. That was literally cleared off the line by McSauce. Yeah, we need to play a game where we do what Craig's just said. Find out all the things that Fred's as useful as. Fred's about as useful as a chocolate fire guard is my favourite. Keep them coming if you know any more. Oh, come on. Asif's put Dalot, super performance so far. Yeah, he's been good. He's been good all season, man, other than a few little minor performances against like Everton and the likes. I've been really impressed with what I've seen from him. Luiz. Oh, and it's over the top. It wasn't the worst effort in the world from Ashley Young. Hit it outside the box. But Aston Villa have definitely woken up a little bit. Yeah, it was actually a shocking effort watching the replay. Funny thing with camera angles, isn't it? You see it from one angle and you think, oh, that was dead close. And then you watch it and it's already like gone over and hit someone in the face on the top stand. Looking forward to this draw. Hopefully we're in it. This is definitely... I hate the Carabao Cup. Don't get me wrong. I hate the Carabao Cup and I hate the FA Cup. Well, I don't hate the FA Cup, but I hate the Carabao Cup. But at this point, we have to win something. We have to push for something, and it might as well be this. Europa League's going to be 50-50 up against Barcelona. You know, that's just a tournament that we're going to have to really be cautious in now. We can't put all our eggs into that basket. Still well within the, chance for top four as well. The weekend was obviously a massive setback, but we move. It was a game I actually did say following that performance. It was a game that suited Lindelof and Maguire, funny enough. Eric Ten Hag, bless him, he can't get anything right with me. Asif's put here, Phil's put here, does Donny's dad sponsor the team? He's like that kid. He is ridiculous, isn't he, Donny van der Beek? I don't know what he's doing, man. He ghosts. He's literally a ghost. I don't get anything about him. It must be Manchester United's way of trying to get a sponsor with Ghostbusters or something, signing Danny van der Beek, because he's literally just invisible. Auditioning for a Marvel superhero film. The Invisible Man. Oh, there's a coming together here. I think Ramsey and Scott McTominay. Obviously, McSauce wins that every single time because he's an absolute beast. Angry Scottish man, isn't he? Oh, smacked him round the head there. The manager has to play. I'd take, what's his name? I'd take Eric Ten Hag on the pitch over Donny at the minute. Does Donny, what? Oh, yeah. I didn't read it in that context. Oh, Aston Villa are in. And Harry Maguire clears it up for Manchester United, for an Aston Villa throw. Thank God. I thought it was going out for a corner. Maguire's been pretty solid in the little he's had to do. I like this. Yeah, he is like that kid, isn't he? The Sunday League team where your dad always picks the son and makes him captain. I used to know loads of kids, terrible footballers, all of them captains because their dads were the managers of the team. And they'd be having an absolute stinker and then they'd sub off the good kid, keep on the son, just to please the mum. Asif's put here, it makes sense now why Donny has been out of favour from Ollie Ragnick and Eric Ten Hag so far. And do you know what? We've got a kind of, not necessarily us, but people really do have to apologise to, certainly to Ollie. Ollie got so much stick for benching Donny van de Beek. Now, there was a lot of talk that he wasn't Ollie's choice as a signing. He was more of a fan pleaser because a lot of fans apparently wanted him. But I can't really blame Ollie based on if this is what he trains like, and you would have to say he trains something like this. You can understand why he hasn't made the squad. Ralph Ragnick is a top manager. He's a top coach. He knows what he's looking for in footballers. So for him not to pick him, Eric Ten Hag obviously he was injured for most of Eric Ten Hag's reign. To be fair, but still. Craig's put here, Maguire's long balls are doing my head in. Just how I read that. Sorry, mate. Yeah, they are a bit. They're a bit all over the place. Oh, now we've forced him into a mistake here. It's Marcus Rashford. He's took it past too many people as per. Try taking it past the entire team. Malacia with a shocking ball in. Absolutely shocking ball in. What is he doing there? He had so much time and space to whip a ball in. But Chambers, yeah, Callum Chambers there, messed that up. Got it right out to Marcus Rashford. But he's just tried to be Lionel Messi. Scott McTominay fed it out wide. And then Malacia did that cross on FIFA that we've all done when we've pressed square one too many times. Now we've won the ball back. Really good press here. Bruno Fernandes back heel. And it's stopped by Olsen. I'm loving where we're winning the ball back though, guys. We've got to take positivity from this. We are really winning the ball back well. Craig's put here, the atmosphere at Old Trafford is dead. All I can hear is Villa fans. Yeah, it's very quiet, very subdued. Sometimes it is though, certainly on Carabao Cup days and Thursdays, it is usually subdued at Old Trafford. I'll agree, I'll admit that. I've been to a fair few Carabao Cup games there and not really found them enjoyable. I think I went, one of the last ones, well, no, it wasn't one of the last ones. I went a few years ago, one of the most memorable ones, because it was actually in the Stretford end, and Zlatan was playing, and it was dead. Me and Katie actually went to that one, and it was absolutely dead. And she must have been about 6 months pregnant. And yeah, I got these tickets, I didn't check where they were, and we were like right up the top, and she had to walk up all these steps and sort of knocked everyone over with the baby bump. It was fantastic. Marcus Rashford stands over this free kick, looking a bit like Ronaldo in his prime. Is he going to do another Chelsea free kick? Here it comes. Straight into the Aston Villa wall. Well done, Marcus. Malacia out to Fred. Here comes a Fred super cross. Did better than Malacia, to be fair, but still average. McTominay wins it, slabhead, and it's offside. Way! Because we have not been offside tonight. Manchester United 0, Aston Villa 0. Nearly half time. Let's have a look at some of these comments. Asif has put absolutely Craig in response to the atmosphere being dead at Old Trafford. And Assist put free kick on the top of the box. Here we go. Hope we score. Spoiler alert, Asif. He smashes it into the head of an Aston Villa player. And Katie Lewis put slab head and some laughing emojis. He's played well today, Slabhead. I have been happy with him. The fridge. Who's been your most... who's been your best Manchester United player so far? Put it in the comments. For me, it's been Donny van de Beek. I think it's been fantastic. I'm going to change Donny's name to Casper now. He's Casper the Friendly Ghost. That's who. That's what Donny's new name is, Casper. So yeah, Casper's been my man of the match so far. Craig's put his Ten Hag doing an exam. Every time the camera is, he's taking notes. Aston Villa standing over this free kick. Seems like this has been going on for absolutely ages now. Nearly checked to see if... What? No. So Aston Villa have just taken a minute setting up a free kick. They go to take it. One of the Aston Villa players trips over Lindelof on his way into the box. Callum Chambers blocks him and Danny Ings stands on his foot. And Bruno Fernandes is brought down by someone. Oh, you've got to be livid. You've got to be livid if you're an Aston Villa fan seeing that. Phil's put, I'm a Maguire fan, no lie. Harry Maguire, man, I feel sorry for the guy. I always get slated. I went on a stream site, I think it was when I first started doing the Shoestring Budget podcast. Just getting a little plug in there. And when I went on to Rich Sports, I defended him and I got absolutely slated in the comments. I defended him in the sense of saying, like, his performances haven't been good, which they weren't. But I did also say, like, we don't play to his strengths in a very similar way to how I sort of defend Ronaldo, I suppose. Oh, Diogo Dalot overruns it. Fred has put the ball in the back of the net. Fred actually scored then, guys. I'm not even joking. Fred has just put the ball into the back of the net. But it was already after the Diogo Dalot had already overrun the ball. Katie got very excited then. Assist put, feels like we are playing with 10 men with Donny on the field. I just don't get what he does, Casper. What does Casper do? He's literally non-existent. I feel bad for Donny as well. He's another player, like, I just don't know what... Because he's not a bad player. You know, he hasn't been... Watch the video again. If you get a chance, watch the rise and fall of Donny van de Beek. That's a good ball in. Tony Marshall's through. He slips. He slides. He's offside. Offside FC. This linesman is literally just stood there with his offside flag up the whole time. I don't even think he was offside then. That was a harsh call. Wow, that was a harsh call from the linesman there. But I just think he assumed, because we've been offside so much today, we must have been offside then. Well, yeah, let me know who you think is our best player. Who do you think we need to bring on? What changes need to be made at half-time? We are approaching half-time now. There won't be much stoppage time at all in this game. I agree with you about Maguire because he's a lot better with the England team. Yeah, he's really good with England. I like him at England. I do think it's a bit crazy in a way that he's gone. I do understand Gareth Southgate's reasoning. It's a difficult one because I do think that Tomori should have gone over either him or Eric Dyer this year. I really, really do think he should have had more of a chance. But Maguire for England is solid. Phil's put, ha, goat. Maguire's just been yellow carded. Craig's put in a similar way to, I know how you defend Ronaldo. I can't think of a time you do. Listen, Craig, less of this. I always defend Ronaldo. I always defend myself as well from angry Ronaldo fanboys. No, we don't play to Ronaldo's strengths. And I listen, right, Craig, I defend him every single time, lad. I'm not having this. I always say it's not always Ronaldo's fault. It's the way we play football. We don't suit him. We haven't built a team around him, and nor should we. So I'm kind of slagging him off and I'm kind of defending him. It's what you call on the fence debating. Shocking. Craig's put here, Maguire is a walking yellow card. What a needless foul to give away. I agree. That was his silliest one. Harry Maguire with a long ball over the top. We know that Craig's a big fan of Harry Maguire's long balls today. And Malacia brings down. Has the referee allowed it to carry on? And he's wow, that was a very strange one. Malacia falls into the back of the Aston Villa defender. I'm just trying to see what's happening here. The referee doesn't give anything. Then Malacia slips and we get a free kick. I will take this. Not a bad referee there. Asif, Dalot for me is the best. Yeah, I think Dalot's been probably one of our better players. Katie's gone actually on the bench. I think he's on the bench today. She has actually asked that to Asif, but Asif, I think he's on the bench. Phil's put your handbag away. And on the fence debating, stop waffling, mate. Do you know what? I'm muting you now. That's it, lad. I'm gonna get some admins on here now. Yeah, I want Garnacho on. I do think Garnacho's on the bench, but no, I don't actually. No, I disagree. The only reason, Asif, I disagree with you, because that means we'll have to shift Marcus Rashford out to the right-hand side. And personally, I don't want that. I do not want to see Marcus Rashford playing out on the right. Unless Garnacho can actually play out on the right. Marcus Rashford has been playing a lot on the right-hand side, though, to be fair. The only thing you could do is take off Donny, put Bruno in Donny's position, and then put Garnacho where Bruno was playing on the left. That could work. I'll be a moderator if you want, says Craig. Not a chance. Not unless you agree with me. One day, if we ever make it, Craig, I promise you, I will hire you as a moderator. You've got to help the growth. We've had a few views tonight, which is really nice. Make sure anyone that's new, anyone that's watching, drop us a subscribe and a like and all that good stuff. One day we will reward you. Oh my days, that is the weakest free kick I've ever seen. Was that from Diogo Dalot? Oh, Bruno Fernandes, of course it was. I should have known. Eric Ten Hag is already halfway down the touchline before that free kick was even taken. It is half time. Manchester United 0, Aston Villa 0. Watch this, Craig. Hang on, watch this, Craig. There you go. Let me know your half-time thoughts, guys. Katie's put I'll moderate, not a chance. I would let Craig be a moderator of you, Katie. No disrespect. Asses put I missed the match build-up. So did I, mate. So did I. YouTube did not want me to stream today. Quick, someone sub Maguire, says Phil. And Pete's put boring. Yeah, Katie's put a good point there. Who do we think needs changing? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. I think I hate Marcus Rashford playing out on right, and I've said that 100 times now. But I would still prefer to see that over Donny van de Beek. I have to admit I'm in the Donny van de Beek out club now. I was hesitant, but I'm there now. I don't think he has shown enough desire. Say what you want about Fred. Fred's been shocking, but at least Fred runs around a bit. At least you know Fred's on the pitch. At least we can have a conversation about Fred. I can't have a conversation about Donny because I don't know what he actually does. Assis put here, Garnacho can cut the defence line from the left and Rashford can be the threat from the right. Bruno is wasted on the right wing. Yeah, Bruno is a waste there. Bruno should definitely be in sort of the central midfield or playing just behind the front three in either on the wings or down the middle. Pete's put get Fred off and Iqbal on ASAP. I would love to see Zidane Iqbal. I don't think this is going to happen today though. Although I agree with you, Pete, I can't see it happening, mate. And Palestri on for Donny. Now, that is a good shout. Marcus on the left. Martial down the middle. And Palestri. I'm vibing with that. Is Donny still on the pitch? Apparently so, Phil. Casper the Friendly Ghost is still on the pitch. Don't know where. He's ghosting around somewhere, but shocking. And Assis put Bruno can replace Donny's place. I agree. Lots of different decisions. I don't think Erik ten Hag's going to make them, though. I really don't think that this is going to happen. But, oh man, what a weird game. What a really strange game. We started off really lively, really bright, vibrant. I thought, yeah, this is it. And then just fell apart, haven't we? Not really done anything. It's a big thing that bothers me with Man U this year. Is like, I wonder where our next goal's coming from. I wonder where that final pass, that penetration is. Because it seems to be our biggest problem at the moment, scoring goals. You look at how Erik ten Hag sorted out our defence. Like, we've really shored up the defence for the most part. We just can't score. Hashtag Gakpo. Asif's put here, if we score 2, then Zidane and Pellistri will be on. I agree. Pete's put, Fred's touch is so poor tonight. First touch, we actually said, Pete, me and Craig were saying about, if Fred's first touch is bad, you know it's going to be a bad night for him. And his first touch, he gave the ball away. So, just another player that's so hit and miss at this club. I feel like we need to almost like dangle a contract over Fred, where we say, like, you got 1 year left on your contract, we're not going to renew unless we see some performances, because then I reckon we're going to see Fred to go every game. At the minute, we're just seeing, like, whatever Fred wants to do. He's all over the place. Katie's put, I'm hoping that we can at least get one past them. 1-0 will do based on how they're playing tonight, but wish they could just light the fire under their arses. It's because Anthony and Martinez are missing. And Pete's put trampoline toes. I love that, trampoline toes. It's we need something to change. We need some spark. I'm out of options other than what you guys have already said. I agree with a lot of what you said. I would love to see Pellistri on and see what he can do, because we haven't seen enough of him. We spent a lot of money on the guy. We didn't let him go out on loan this year, which I thought was a good call, but we just haven't seen him. And this is the kind of game where really we should be seeing him. Assis put, we will need penalties. We'll need a penalty taking team, not kids. They'll be under high pressure and may miss. Still another 45 to go yet, Asif, before we get to penalties, don't forget. Still enough time. But yeah, very dead atmosphere at Old Trafford and very dead performance so far in terms of in front of goal. To be fair, the biggest problem Manchester United have had tonight is staying onside. That's where we've really struggled. We've just not been able to keep onside. Seeing some of the results as well from last night. I mean, Man City's B team absolutely destroying Chelsea. Taking Chelsea apart. Man City's B team, though, is probably still going to win the league. They're fantastic, aren't they? But Chelsea at the minute, there's a lot of discussions going on about Chelsea being in a bit of a free fall and whether or not Graham Potter is the right man. That's definitely one I'm going to bring Kieran back on for. And Liverpool, obviously, they only just beat Derby on penalties. They got that absolute machine of a goal saver, Keller, whatever his name is, in goal. Fantastic. Pete's put here, I want the game to be out of the sight of penalties, and that will only happen with the kids coming on. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think we've played well enough tonight for the kids to come on and fit in. I do think the likes of Pellistri, not necessarily Iqbal, but I think Pellistri could come on and do some damage. I think Iqbal, somebody that you could bring on just to see out a game. I wouldn't necessarily make that as my main change, but I would take Donny van der Beek off, put Bruno in the 10, and Pellistri out on the right. It's a weird one, isn't it? Because we haven't had... Anthony obviously has been injured for the past few games. 3 games, I think, now. It's been out, or 4 games. So why haven't we been playing Palestri, who can play as a winger, right winger? Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make much sense to me. Lack of foresight there. Yeah, could have end up with Harry Maguire up front tonight. Never want to see that again. Asif put here, we cannot make changes like Zidane and Palestri at this point. Bringing them on the pitch with some goals in the bag makes sense to me. I agree about Zidane Iqbal, although I think he's great. I don't think he's going to really change anything that we've seen today. Pete has actually disagreed and put Iqbal will offer more control than what Fred is doing. The thing is with Fred though, man, the only thing I'd say about Fred is we're not under enough pressure. He's not causing enough self-harm yet. But Fred can turn it on. Fred is a player that can just make that killer pass when we need it. You know, he's an odd one like that. But it's very interesting. Very interesting. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, guys, and drop a like. Obviously, I know it's going to be a bit quiet now because it is half-time. And it's a very difficult game to really commentate on or say anything about because not much really happened. We were offside a bunch of times. Donny van der Beek hasn't appeared, which we expect. And Manchester United still find it 0-0. What do we think, guys? Second half scoreline, what are we thinking? Phil's put, why not give the kids a chance in the League Cup game? I would have started them. I don't think, all I'm saying is, certainly with Iqbal, I don't see how Iqbal transforms the game. I see how Palestri would transform the game. I think he should definitely be on. But it has been a weird thing over the last few years at Manchester United where we're not giving these kids enough chance. You know, there's been plenty of opportunities, certainly even in the Europa League games, when we've been a couple of goals up, where we could have played Zidane Iqbal and Palestri. Garnacho obviously has had his chance and he's took it really well, and he's been, other than last week, in the Europa League, he's been one of our brightest players. Sometimes we need that change and that flair, that player that can show what they can do. But yeah, it's a really strange one. Ollie tried as well, as well as Fergie, Phil's put. It's just a very strange one. I don't know. I think maybe because there's more onus now on winning these kind of cups. That's sort of the kind of club that we've become. That we have to look at playing bigger players in these games. I don't know. But it is really strange and a bit frustrating. Certainly if you're one of the younger players. Assis put, it will be a risk. Well, I don't mind taking a risk or two. It would be a risk, but yeah, you have to take them. You do. And I can't see anything that Donny van der Beek has done in this game that Palestri can't do. You know, at least you'll know Palestri's on the pitch. You know. Craig's put, check my Twitter, mate. Katie's put, yes, Pete. Hashtag Team Fred. Lol. Told you she's off, guys. Totally agree. He's such a frustrating player. I think if Ten Hag makes the right changes, he would put two past them. And Asif has put, sorry, my earlier comment meant for Pete, not for Craig. No, I understood that, mate. Not a worry. Looking very red. Can you put the light on for me, please? I'm literally like, don't know why. I don't know what's happened. I'm glowing. And look radioactive. I will be buying some lights very soon, guys. I'm going to order some tomorrow. It will go very bright now. But we move. But yeah, I would love to see more younger players getting a chance under Ten Hag, and I think he probably would. I think he's still trying to figure out what his players do. You know, he's come in, he's picked the 11 that the old managers used to pick to see what he could change, made the necessary changes, and then after Sunday probably thought, oh gosh, we need to take these guys a little bit more seriously than we did on Sunday. I don't know. Could be a million and one things, but I agree with you, Phil. We need to start seeing these in these kind of games. How about Martinez? Is he on the bench? Martinez, I don't think he's needed, to be honest, today, mate. He needs a rest. He's not on the bench. I did actually make... No, that was supposed to be for my Man United one. This is actually this. This is the actual starting 11. Hang on, I'll put it over my face. Including the bench players as well. Let's have a look at the subs. So, we have on the bench David De Gea, Martinez, Shaw, Casemiro, Eriksen, Palestri, Elanga, Garnacho and Shoretire. I would bring on, out of all of them, I'd bring on Palestri, I'd bring on Zidane Iqbal's not even on the bench. So maybe it would be. I think he's going to bring on Eriksen. I really have got this feeling he's going to bring on Eriksen and Elanga. So we'll see. Got a lot of comments coming in. Looks much better. Wow. Thank you, Katie. Love the abuse. Pete's put back off to my stream. I'll be back at full time, guys. Yes, Pete. Pete, if we're not here, click on the link in the description. We are going to go on to another match review, sort of 5 minutes after kickoff. 5 minutes after full time. Disguised Red Panda's put a laughing emoji, I assume in response to Katie's very disappointing comment. And Asif's put, yeah, JD, he needs a rest, but we need Martinez. He can change the dimension of the game. Nah, man, I think defensively we've been fantastic. The only thing maybe I could understand your argument for is he does pass really nicely through the lines, but I don't think it's a game for him. Any of those players could replace Donny, even De Gea. Do you know what? Imagine the shame if Erik ten Hag brought on David De Gea to replace Donny van de Beek. I'd love that. What's Craig put onto his Twitter? I'm checking your Twitter now, Craig. Don't think there's been any changes second half. I need to get ready to start this timer for Craig. I love that, Craig. I agree. Love that. Right. Yeah, just saying here now, Donny van de Beek obviously not included in the Netherlands squad for the World Cup. Not surprising. Not surprising. I wouldn't include him in the under-21s with this performance. With the Manchester United under-21s. Tom Huddleston at this point. Get him from the academy. Bring him in. Assis put, Martinez cross balls are killers. He can hold the ball pretty good. But you look at that team, Asif, right? What I'm trying to say is, what can he do? You very rarely see Martinez get into a position to cross a ball. Defensively, we've been pretty sound. Lindelof and Maguire haven't really had a foot wrong. I would bring over Eriksen or anyone over the likes of Martinez. I don't think Martinez is needed in this game. Just because he's needs a rest. I really don't understand how he would massively change anyway, the dynamics of the game. Well, here's a damning stat for you. In that game, in that first half, Donny van de Beek had less completed passes than Martin Dubravka. The goalkeeper made more passes, completed more passes than our number 10. Oh, dear me. That's so disappointing. That is so disappointing. Right, I'm going to start the timer again. The match has already kicked off, but it didn't stop until like the 46th minute on the timer, so don't worry, Craig, don't cry. It is coming, my man. But Manchester United started the second half in the exact same way as we left the first half. Same players, all 10 men on the pitch. Sorry, 11. Forgot Donny was playing. And let's see if anything changes. And there we are. We're off. This is embarrassing. Why is he still on? Have any changes been made? Nope. Sadly not. Sadly nothing has changed. Phil's put Eric and Bruno to feed Martial and Rashford. I think Eriksen's needed now. I am always a big advocate of Eriksen getting a break. Just because I don't want his pacemaker to explode. But he is needed now. But I would still bring on Palestri. I think Palestri would offer so much more than Donny and than Bruno out on that wing. Aston Villa are through here. Ollie Watkins is through. It's Aston Villa. Aston Villa have scored 1-0 to Aston Villa. Ollie Watkins. Well. Against the run of play, Manchester United find themselves a goal down. Great finish from Ollie Watkins. Harry Maguire, I think there. Harry Maguire wasn't looking over his shoulder. Got too close to Victor Lindelof. Good finish from Ollie Watkins, who I did say at the start of the game was my man to watch. Manchester United got it all to do here. It's 1-0 to Aston Villa. Here we go again. There was a handball in the build-up to that, but I don't think it would. It can't be called anyway. I'm sure from the VAR rules that I remember reading, it can't be called. Oh, here we go. Manchester United is straight away. They're back in this. Bruno Fernandes, Martial. It's 1-1. Come on, Manchester United. What a reply. What a reply. That's what I'm talking about. Woo! 1-1. Tony Martial, viva la France. The English press said he had no chance. 50 million down the drain as Tony Martial scores again. Fantastic. That's what we've been looking for. That pass is what we've been looking for in the whole of the opening 45 minutes. We were able to stay on side, and Martial, I thought Bruno had messed that pass up, I'm not going to lie. But it is Manchester United 1, Aston Villa 1. What a response from the Reds. Buzzing. Brilliant response. Everything went a bit subdued then. Aston Villa now are on the break. Imagine the scenes. Oh, well picked out there by Malacia. What a game we've got on our hands. Donny van der Beek's making a break. Oh my goodness, Donny van der Beek, bro. He's on the wing. Martial here, Manchester United. Had the fingers picked there. Aston Villa have done well there to break. And Victor Lindelof, he's covered his man very well there. What a reply from Manchester United that was. Just about to throw the mouse at the screen. But no, we are back in this. 1-1. Ass's put Tony. You go 1-1. These lot could send me into an early grave, says Craig. And get in, says Phil. Absolutely get in. Buzzing. We move. I don't know where my drink is now. I threw it in celebration. There we go. Probably sounds like I'm having a wee on this stream there. If anyone could hear that, I wasn't urinating. I was actually filling that up. I've just been informed that that sounded like I was having a little pee there. Celebratory pee. Oh, Donny van de Beek and Bruno having a little fight there with Douglas Luiz, but Aston Villa come away with the ball. Oh, go on, Bruno. Bruno squaring up to his man. What a surprise. Oh, Bruno is always... Oh, it's a yellow card for both of them. Again, Douglas Luiz, Bruno Fernandes. Bruno's kicking off at the referee. Douglas Luiz carrying on. Both players walk away trying to get out of that yellow card, but both players end up in the referee's book. No surprise, as Bruno Fernandes has received yet another yellow card. I think that's his 6th of the season so far. To be fair, Douglas Luiz started that, but Bruno did go back at him. I love that when players go head to head and just have that little talk. Like, I'm going to do you, I'm going to do you, I'm going to do you. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do you. Was Donny going then? Donny was going. Katie's put it even looks a funny colour on the camera. They look like they were... Ooh, Manchester United nearly in again. They look like doing the Irish jig between them, they were. And Asif put... Ooh. I think you're on about that Martial chance there that we nearly scored. Keeper did well. But Manchester United now need to take hold of this game. Marcus Rashford was ahead then of Ashley Young. Did make the break. He's still going. Referees allowed it to continue, but the ball's been deflected and it's gone out for a corner kick and a yellow card for Ashley Young, rightfully so. But he did well there to let the game continue there. I thought he was going to blow. I thought he might have blown. He definitely had the whistle in his mouth, but Marcus Rashford did so well to carry on. But that deflection could have taken it anywhere. Manchester United corner. Ashley Young on a yellow. Marcus Rashford's going to have a field day. Ball over everybody. Picked up by Malacia. Fred makes a pass. Ooh. Fred makes 2 passes. Goat. Here we go. Ball in, aim towards Harry Maguire, but he's beaten out there. Harry Maguire and Bruno did very well there to keep the ball. Fred on the centre circle. Passing it around. Can United score from a corner? We actually scored from a corner against, I'm tempted to say Sheriff, a couple of weeks ago. Manchester United give the ball away with Victor Lindelof. Ollie Watkins feeds it out. Sorry, not Ollie Watkins. McGinn crosses it in. Ings. McGinn. Not in. Van de Beek, long ball. What? He nearly made a long ball pass. Small victories. And Malacia gives away a free kick on Ramsey. Game's heating up. Still 1-1. Really enjoying this start to the second half. Loved how quickly Manchester United responded. That was a lovely response. That was something that we don't see often from these lads. Sloppy Maguire again, says Asif. He's had a couple of moments, certainly in the second half, a little bit sloppy. And Dubravka wins it there. It's really good play. Ollie Watkins and Bruno now. Bruno is such a wind-up merchant, isn't he? He's always causing drama, that man. Still look a funny colour on the stream. I look burnt. Like I've been sunburnt or something. Ball over for Fred, who can't control it, and it's out for a Villa throw. Did someone give Snickers to Donny at half time? That is the comment of the day. Love that, Phil. think someone put a Duracell battery in him. He's definitely been more active. Oh, Fred gives away a free kick there. Good bit of pressing though, got to admit. Been really impressed with the press. I'm vibing with that. Craig's put, I'll have to watch Villa's goal again. I didn't really pay attention to what was going on eventually. I was too annoyed at Fred losing the ball. Fred has been the most divisive person in this comment section. We're all agreed unanimously that Donny van de Beek has not been good enough. Certainly in that first half. But Fred has been a little bit... some people, like Katie, think he's been good. Everybody else thinks he's been pretty poor. McTominay's done well there. Well done. Good turn from Martial. And then Fred is mowed down by Ramsey. By Kamara. Shirt pull. What's happened here? The referee's making circle gestures. What's he saying here? He won the ball, to be fair. Nothing but ball, but... yeah, that was a strange one. That was a very, very harsh free kick that Manchester United won, but we moved. Katie's put hashtag justice for Fred. I think you're on your own on this one. Here we go. Malacia. Just too long on the ball there. Martial made a good run. Fred, poor touch. Feeds in Tony Martial, who's got to be offside there. There he is again. So many times we're offside. This is pathetic. I want to see the stats. Oh, here we go. Leon Bailey, the Ronaldinho of Birmingham, is coming on. Oh, dear. This is where it all goes wrong. And, oh, gosh. Making some big changes. Tyrone Mings is coming on. We made him look like Van Dijk the other day. Prime Van Dijk as well, not current Van Dijk, by the way. Ramsey's coming off for Bailey. And Tyrone Mings is coming on for... our survey says... for Conser, I believe. Yeah, it is. Conser's coming off for Mings. Craig's put, it's kind of funny that Katie's in the comments even though she's in the same room as JD. This is how we actually communicate normally though, Craig, just in case you weren't aware. This is the most she's spoken to me today. And there we go. Manchester United are going to have to make some changes soon. Dice Van Dijk. Bailey's won the ball here. Don't know what's going on here. Nah, we've done well there. Crowding them out. If they switch that play, though, I tell you, it's all going to go wrong. Oh, well done, Diogo Dalot. Absolutely took it off there. The Brummy Perlo. Rashford's poor touch there gives Aston Villa the ball back. My battery on here is about to die. And now I've lost out on some of the comments. I was reading that, but whenever Leon Bailey gets the ball, I get flashbacks. Katie's put, I don't actually want to talk to him. Wow. That's what happens when you get married, this is, guys. It all starts off rosy, and everything's lovey. Craig, I think you've given a spoiler away. Ball in, Diogo Dalot. It's 2-1 to Aston Villa. Diogo Dalot, own goal, very unlucky. Leon Bailey again. What did I say? What did I say? The two players I've said we've got to be careful of today for Manchester United. The first one was Ollie Watkins and then Leon Bailey. Both of them players have caused an absolute menace here. Great ball in that. Oh, Dalot. Oh, dear. That was a difficult one. Yeah, that's a horrible one. Sticks his foot out. Leon Bailey heads it back across goal, and Diogo Dalot instinctively flicks out his foot, and it goes in. It is Manchester United 1, Aston Villa 2. And now some changes are being made. Garnacho's coming on for Tony Martial. I don't know how I feel about that. Martial, is there a slight limp there? Looked like there was a slight limp there from Martial. Anthony Elanga on for Donny van de Beek. Ericsson on for Fred. Good. I'm worried about Martial. There looked like there was a slight limp there. Now, I don't know if my stream has stopped. My timer's stopped. My clock's gone back to 0 for a weird reason. I don't know why. Craig, this is your fault. See, everything was going fine. Then you came in the comments. What time are we on? 62, 63. Don't know what's happened there. This is your fault, Craig. You've come in and messed up my stream. Oh, dear me. This is not what Manchester United needed at all. I'm taking that off. Oh, dear. Leon Bailey turns into prime Messi against us. I just said that, Craig. I said that he's like the Ronaldinho of Birmingham. At Aston Villa is Leon Bailey. Fantastic player. He was the same in pre-season as well. He was a big player to watch out for in them pre-season games. Tore us apart. I think we were 2-0 up in them games. And already the game has completely shifted. The midfield is completely open, and a better ball would have fed through Bailey again, causing us so many issues. Katie's put, feel bad for Dalot. He plays so damn good, and his foot flick. Ball over the top. Marcus Rashford is through. Oh, should have been 2-1 that. 2-1. 2-2. Oh my goodness me. Fantastic ball, fantastic run. Oh dear. United Muppeteers has just said Dalot has had a poor game. He's been solid, for God's sake. I think he's been brilliant. I don't think he's had a bad game at all. Don't think he's been. Don't get me wrong. I don't think he's been world class or anything. I don't think it's been his best game, but I don't think he's done anything wrong other than that. Garnacho's done really well there. Rode the first challenge. Big test for him now. 2-1 down. Scott McTominay out wide to Marcus Rashford. Bruno Fernandes there. Bruno tries to whip the ball in. It's gone out for a Manchester United corner. Phil's put, why can't we just learn our lessons? It's never that simple with Man U. Hasn't been for years. Very true. It's so frustrating, says Katie. And Craig's put, our fan base is just incredibly reactionary. I won't be surprised if you start seeing more and more tweets later on, get Ten Hag out, etc., etc. Yeah, a couple of the group chats I'm in are going absolutely ape at the moment. Maguire stumbled, and here comes Ollie Watkins. There's a couple of step overs. He's done really well there, but put it out wide for a goal kick to Manchester United. Got a bit lucky there. Oh man, I swear down, if Ten Hag out starts trending, it's coming. It's coming. Craig's put, Paul in our group chat has just said Malacia disaster class. He's been fine as well. I agree. I can't think anyone's been poor. Oh, I hope you're right there, Craig. If you're doing this thing where you've done this to me before in the group chat, because your stream is always ahead. Right, I'm waiting for this. I think I must be massively behind. Ball over the top here. Rashford wins it for Christian Eriksen. Christian Eriksen breaks into the box. It's Marcus Rashford. He's done really well. Marcus Rashford! Come on, United! It's Manchester United 2, Aston Villa 2. Absolutely deserved. Craig, I owe another apology. I'm sorry. I should never doubt you. You know I love you, Craig. Marcus Rashford, he should have had a couple tonight. He's been really good. But that that run was fantastic. The way he dived over Tyrone Mings there like it was the Olympic high jump. That is what we want to see. Oh, that's brilliant, that is. Oh, what was Tyrone Mings trying to do there? It was like Phil Jones. Literally tried to Phil Jones it. But Marcus Rashford rode the waves and he puts it into the back of the net. Fantastic goal. Really buzzing about that. That's what we need to do. Now push forward. A couple of the comments. Tell Paul he doesn't know what he's talking about. Plastic fan, lol. This is why I love football, though. Game of opinions. I absolutely like. I just love football because of the difference in opinions. And half the time, people can't back up what they say. They just react. And I'm the same. I do. Every fan does. Asif put, yes, Rashford. Yes, Rashford. Indeed, Asif. Craig's put, I don't tell lies, JD. Never doubt me. Rashford had Mings on his arse. I agree. No, Craig, right? The only reason I say that is there's one time you knew you were ahead of us and you said it's a goal and everyone in the group chat celebrated and then it turned out not to be a goal. So ever since then, you give me nightmares. But this time, I do apologise.
No one else doubts Craig.
I do. Great bit of play, this. Just watching the replays again. I'll go back to the main channel now. Still 2-2. Not long left. 20 minutes. I want to see 4 or 5 now. Here comes Garnacho. Garnacho down the side here. Doing a couple of fancy step overs. The Ronaldo regen is taking on Ashley Young. He's put Ashley Young on his backside. Ashley Young's done really well. Rode 2 challenges there. Oh, I got really excited then. Thought it was the time. Oh, here we go.
Come on.
Rashford feeds it back through. This has got to be 3-1. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, tried to score from the most ridiculous angle. And my gosh, I love him for it. Assis put, we're going to win the game. Katie's put, let's get another 1 or 2. Craig's put, the group chat is so reactionary now. I'm hearing Bruno disaster class now. Oh my goodness. No. Tell them boys to get in the comments and start an argument on here because I would love to see just that unfold. No, I want to see. Ask them, Craig, if anyone wants to come in the comments and have their say on it. And tell me why as well, because I am up for this. Ollie Watkins is down, needing a drink. Which reminds me, I need a drink. And they are bringing on Luca Digne. I can never say no, Luca Dean. I always pronounce Digny, but I always call him that. Get Paul on the chat, says Katie, and Asif put Bruno missed a sitter. It wasn't a sitter, Asif. It was a ridiculous. He should never have shot. He should never have shot from there, but the angle was so against him. At least in my opinion, from what I saw, it was really odd. Whew.
Have they got a player called Ings and a player called Mings?
Yeah, Tyrone Mings and Danny Ings, but Ings went off and I think Mings came on. Ings for Mings. I never noticed that before actually. They got them too, yeah. Luca Dean is doing up his laces. He's coming on. He's another one I think can do a bit of damage. Hell of a game this. Villa been ahead twice. Manchester United pulled themselves back twice. One within about a minute and a half, if that. Manchester United, oh, was that Malacia? That wasn't good from him. Malacia has not been bad, I don't think, but he's not been great. And Malacia mowed down his man there, but he won the ball, I think. Or he'd won nothing, not the player or the ball. So play continues. Just passing it around the back. Assist put. I know he could make a sitter for Elanga. Yeah, you're right. He could have squared that. He should have squared that. But Bruno would not be Bruno if he didn't try the impossible. Oh, and the keeper did so well there. Olsen dived round. I think it was Garnacho chasing him down.
That would have been quality.
Yeah, it would have been amazing if we could have got something there. Garnacho has looked really sharp since he came on as well. Really excited by what he can bring. But isn't it amazing just a few changes, what it can do? Take off Donny. McGinn. Oh no. Bailey. Tries to curl one round, but Dubravka. Easy save in the end. Never know with Leon Bailey. Never know what you're going to get. Manchester United on the break here. They could have been. But Dalot hold on to the ball a bit too long there. Offside SC. Make progression. But he's caught out there. Bruno is. By Buendia. Am I right in thinking there's no extra time anymore? I think that's been taken out now based on last night. I'm sure everything went straight to penalties if it was level. So brace yourself, because there's about just over 15 minutes, probably about 15 minutes with stoppage time. And if it stays like this, which I doubt it will, as Garnacho comes down the left flank here, taking on Ashley Young. Done really well. Fed it into Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford through the legs. And Ashley Young's done so well there. Ashley Young still looks really good. Scott McTominay lined up to... No, he's not going to shoot it. Bruno Fernandes chips it over, but it's a poor one. Elanga tries to keep it in. That was poor from Bruno Fernandes there. Really poor. Since you said that, Craig, about Bruno Fernandes being poor, he has actually been really bad. Craig's put, I think this will go into penalties, to be honest. I can see penalties. I don't want to see penalties, but I can see it being that. Katie's put, Paul too scared to join the live chat, Craig. And Craig's put, I think everyone is scared. I don't bite. Ashley Young's coming off and Matty Cash is coming on. Ashley Young tonight, I think, has been pretty decent. I thought Marcus Rashford would have torn him apart a little bit more. He had a couple of good ones on him, but overall, good return for our former skipper, Ashley Young. And Matty Cash. Don't know what it is about Matty Cash. He's another player. There's a couple of Villa players I really can't stand, and Matty Cash is one of them. I don't know why. But Emilio Martinez, I can't stand him for just his showboating in, all-round shithousery. Oh, Dubravka with a bit of a bad pass back there for Dalot. Handball. Manchester United get a free kick. We were very lucky there. Oh, dear me. Little over 15 minutes left. Craig's put, I'm a jinx. You are. You are. What are your thoughts, guys? You happy with the changes? Do you think any more need to be made? Who would you bring on? Who would you take off? Get everything in. Let me know all your thoughts. As Garnacho goes down the far side here now. Malacia to whip the ball in. That's turned out to be a good cross. And it's should have been a Manchester United goal. Bruno Fernandes had it saved fantastically there by Olsen, the Aston Villa goalkeeper. Really, really good effort. Oh, it turned out to be a really good pass, really good cross from Malacia. All the Aston Villa players missed that cross. If that had been a goal, there'd have been a lot of people saying it was a lucky cross, a fluky goal. Just think the pace took it past everyone. Ball whipped in. Maguire! Saved by Olsen again. Oh my goodness, if Maguire had scored. Oh, imagine the scenes. Bruno Fernandes whipped it back in. And Matty Cash dealt with it. It's all Manchester United pressure now. This is what I like to see, closing 15 minutes of the game. This is what Fergie games were like. All red in the box, which is what I like to see. Christian Eriksen plays it out to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes hits it straight and he's hit it again. Ooh! Nearly.
He wants that.
Bruno Fernandes and Harry Maguire nearly seeing it over. Craig's put Garnacho has been brilliant. Ten Hag has got his sub spot on today. Fair play to Eric Ten Hag. I was obviously very critical of him on Sunday. He has got it absolutely spot on today. And Katie's put, yeah, I second what Craig has said. Really good subs. Happiness all round. That's what I like to see. Eriksen feeds in Garnacho, and that was poor. But it's stayed in. I don't know how. I don't know. It's being chucked around in the box. The goalkeeper drops it, and it's going nuts. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so, oh dear, I mean that was a sloppy few minutes from everybody. But that's a really good turn from Leon Bailey to get away from. Oh, Leon Bailey's just too good, isn't he? Oh my! He's just beat 4 players, and he's fed through Ollie Watkins, and oh, thank God for that. Ollie Watkins balls it up. Oh my gosh. What a bit of play from Leon Bailey. Why is he so good against us? He reminds me of Morten Gamps Pedersen. I don't know if you guys are too old or too young. No, not too old, but too young to remember Morten Gamps Pedersen. He used to play for Blackburn Rovers, and every time he played against Manchester United, he would score free kick after free kick. And he turned into like, you remember Prime Juninho, the free kick taker? He was like James Ward-Prowse on steroids. Now Olsen's given the ball away. This should be it. Manchester United should be 3, and it's a goal. And it's our skipper, our true skipper, Bruno Fernandes makes it Manchester United 3, Aston Villa 2, and we can breathe. Oh, this feels good to be changing the scorecard to that. Loving the comments. Still took too long, says Phil. Ever the pessimist. Craig's put Bruno. Asif's put Bruno. And Craig's put Olsen with a bit of a howler. Yeah, that was all down to some poor play from Olsen. And Phil's put yes. Everybody's caught up now on the score. Manchester United have taken the lead through Bruno Fernandes. Get in. But it was actually came off Mings. Mings has been a bit of a clown since he's come on. Really, it was his deflection there that put the ball in. Garnacho loving life there. If you haven't seen the celebrations between Garnacho and Bruno there, make sure you catch that on Twitter later on, because that was beautiful. But Garnacho gets the assist, says Craig. Absolutely fantastic. He's been the difference since he's come on. I'll definitely concede that point. Assist put deflection, and Garnacho has been the game changer. He really has. Really transformed what we've done down that left-hand flank. And it shows maybe on the weekend that he wasn't at fault. Maybe having him in the squad. Because Marcus Rashford, I don't know what position he's been playing, if it's just been on the right or if he's been interchanging down the middle. Maybe the problem was having Cristiano in the team. Maybe. I'm just saying. I'm putting that there as a conspiracy theory. But it's worked today. Marcus is down the middle now. Marcus is down the centre. Elanga's down the right, and Bruno's in the 10. We called for that at half-time last week. Pretty much everybody in the comments called for that last week. But we move. Manchester United marching on to the next round of the Cup. The draw is taking place straight after. So make sure you jump into our match review, which is in the link in the description below. Anybody else that's new and watching, that's joined in for the first time, drop a like and subscribe, because Manchester United are winning. If you think we're going to get another goal, drop us some more subscribes and likes. Much appreciated. Katie's put Ronaldo out. Sorry, not sorry. I didn't say that. That was from Katie. And Assis put, JD told you we need Garnacho. You being so sloppy judging him. I didn't judge Garnacho. I never judged Garnacho. I said that it was more down to Palestri. I would have brought Palestri on down that right-hand side and took Donny off. But I never said anything about Garnacho, Asif, not at all. Craig's put, I agree with you, JD. When Ronaldo plays, it's like we're trying to get the ball to him at every opportunity. It's killing our build-up play. Well said, Craig. Articulately put there. And, just to rub salt into the gaping Aston Villa wound, we're taking off Marcus Rashford and we are replacing him with Casemiro. A Brazilian Magnifico. Whoa! I'm mixing a few songs together now. I'm happy. Really, really good. Hopefully, we can see this game out now, and we should. We should see this game out. Now, Aston Villa are obviously going to try and chuck everything at Manchester United, but I think, to be honest, our press, great. The referee could have done play on there, let the ball. We'd already carried on in midfield there. That was a very strange call from the referee to halt play there. Really strange. Over on the far side, I think it was maybe Maguire or Dallo, one of them two were brought down, but then the ball got played out to midfield to Bruno. And the referee was like, no, play it back. Really strange. Overall, the referee's been pretty sound today. Considering there's no VAR as well, it just shows that the game can still function well without it. And the linesman, fair play to him, he's got 90% of his decisions correct as well. If we had VAR today, Manchester United would have had the ball in the net about 6 times. All of them would have been called off. Craig's put, we've bounced back brilliantly after the result last week. Very good point. And Garnacho is Erik ten Hag's best change. Yeah, he's been brilliant. Been really vibrant since he's come on. I really like Garnacho. I think he's one of them players that you can see has a real potential, real future at United. And I do think once certain people, certain influences leave him, we're going to start to see the best. Now, Erik ten Hag's just called over somebody. I don't know who it was though. I couldn't quite make out who that was. I think we're going to make another change in a minute. Little over 6 minutes to go. Fantastic ball, fantastic control from Garnacho on the far side up against John McGinn, who forces him back on himself. Manchester United's pattern of play has been really nice today, and build-up has been really, really good. If we could have stayed onside a little bit more. Garnacho tried taking it past McGinn there, and Molassi's done really well, but so is John McGinn. John McGinn comes away with it. Referee's done well there not to give that as a foul. Fair play. Most referees, I think, would have buckled there. Casemiro to Garnacho. Molassie. Bruno Fernandes. It's all building up now. Garnacho's out-muscled. I think that was handball. Yeah. Casemiro gets given handball against, but Garnacho is down holding himself. Hopefully it's nothing. Nothing too serious. Oh dear, this doesn't look good. Assist put Leitch is also coming on. Martinez. Yeah, I just think we need to see the game out now. I think this is when I would bring Martinez on. I don't think he's been needed much. Although I kind of did shoot myself in the foot by saying that, because I think Maguire was at fault for the first goal. Certainly got too close. Sucked into Victor Lindelof's position. But Craig's put here, I hope we go on a cup run. I just want a trophy. And an awkward landing for Garnacho. Yeah, he's been holding himself, I hope. Like I say, I hope it's nothing too serious. But Lissandro coming on should just shore up that defence. I hope to God we don't concede now, because the amount of defensive players we've brought on, it's going to be very difficult to break them down another time. Garnacho's up and walking about, which is good. That's what you like to see. You know, it's nothing going to be too serious with that. Yeah, and he's making a little jog off as well. A few minutes left. Here comes the fireball. Lindelof is coming off here. So it's going to be the back pairing of Harry Maguire and Lisandro Martinez. Anybody that's watching, anybody that's new, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, guys. We really are trying to grow. These live streams are doing a wonder as well. We are getting a couple of subscribers off the back of them, so it's really nice to see some people joining the community. And as well, in the comment section, make sure you click on the link for the review. It's coming up straight after this game. We're literally going from one stream to another. Usually about 5 minutes. And then we can do the watch along of the draw together as well. Maguire on Ollie Watkins there now. That could be interesting because Harry Maguire is on a yellow. Okay, nothing's been given. Looking at the fouls committed, Manchester United committed 11 fouls, and same as Aston Villa this game. Ball in from Villa. Yeah, let me know who you think man of the match is. For me, I'm going to go and give my man of the match today probably Marcus Rashford, maybe Marcus or Garnacho. It's going to be an interesting one. I don't know who else who else has really stood out. It was a close one between Donny van de Beek and Garnacho and Fred. No, man of the match probably got to be Garnacho. I think he's just changed the game since he's come on. He's offered so much going down. And I think Marcus Rashford playing through the centre. I know a lot of people say he can't do it, but he can do it. We've seen time and time again he can do it. Oh, that's lovely, simple football. McTominay off the crossbar. That football was sublime. Brilliant there. Assist put Bruno, my man of the match. Phil's put Fred. It's a close one with Fred, actually. Yeah, I think Fred's a close one up there, mate. Craig's put, I hope we get an easy draw. Sheffield Wednesday or something like that. And we never get easy draws. Oh, here we go. We've played them we've made them play into so many difficult positions today. They have given the ball away in their third so many times. It's unreal. But all because we've been pressing them into making these mistakes. Dallow's done really well there. Dallow's chipped a ball in. Oh, Eriksen with a header. Manchester United could have won this by 5. Beautiful play from Dallow there. Good lob. Eriksen, though, unlucky with the header. Asif's put McTominay. Phil's put it'll be Man City away next round. Yeah, it'll be Man City. You watch. I don't know when the next fixture is due to take place, to be honest. But yeah, man of the match today is going to be an interesting one to call in the review. 4 minutes of added time. Don't know where them 4 minutes have come from, but hey ho, we move. Unai Emery time. Just keep the ball nicely now. Garnacho here out again. Garnacho with a ball, and that's a fantastic ball! And Scott McTominay has made it 4-2. Garnacho, my man of the match. That sealed it. Garnacho's cross. Got 2 assists now. That cross was unreal. Garnacho, Goat Nacho is back. Goat Nacho. You see? You see what happens with that front line when we're more fluid? And we're not just trying to find a certain somebody in the box every 2 seconds. You see what happens? We score goals. What a ball. What a ball from Garnacho. Oh my gosh. I'm like the living gif at the moment of Randy from South Park. If you know, you know. That's literally what I am like right now, watching that cross from Garnacho. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. If you know, you know. I am Randy, the Randy gif from South Park right now. Garnacho, what a ball. Craig's put here, what a ball from Garnacho. We have some player on our hands. We do indeed. Katie's put hashtag Ronaldo out, very harsh. And I'm not part of that fan club. Phil's put boom. Katie's put, oh my gosh, I can't actually believe it. Goat Nacho all the way. Goat Nacho is back. Brilliant run from Scott McTominay, but found deliciously by our Argentinian fiend, Garnacho. There is actually a good point that's just been made, and I'm seeing as well. Scott McTominay did actually hold his hamstring after scoring that goal. And certainly in the celebrations as well, you could see him holding his leg. I just thought maybe someone had trodden on his toe in the huddle. But we move, and the draw is going to be taking place in around 10 minutes' time, 10-15 minutes. Make sure that you jump into the comment section and hit that new link. It has been posted in there. Should be in there. Could you just double check? Should be in there. I've probably done it wrong, but I'm learning. Oh, fight here. Someone's kicked out. Leon Bailey's kicked out at the butcher. Oh, them two have got bad blood. Bailey, obviously. Bailey crying the other day, saying that he was elbowed. And Bailey's been yellow carded. Is the butcher getting one? Or is the referee too scared to give the butcher a yellow card? I think he should be. Yeah. The butcher looked at him and he went, nah, you ain't getting a yellow card, pal. Should be a red from Leon Bailey. I'm disgusted that he kicked out like that then. Oh, yeah. There's some madness going on. Oh, he hit him in the head as well. I hope Martinez does a... I'm disappointed in the FA for not reacting. Ah, Leon Bailey, cry, lad, cry. You're getting relegated. Not having this nonsense. Asif put here, Goat Nacho, man, no words, speechless. That ball was superb, wasn't it, Asif? Really was. JD has influenced Katie's dislike of Ronaldo. Great comment, Craig. It's not true. And Goat Nacho, as he's now known, brought down on the edge of the box here. Manchester United have a free kick in a dangerous position. And Assis put here, changing my man of the match to Goat Nacho. Same here. I think Goat Nacho across the board. I agree, Craig. Pure negativity from Katie. And Asif says should have been a red. Should have been a red on Leon Bailey. Hit him in the head and kicked out. Definite red in my book. I'm disappointed with the FA for not seeing it that way. And hopefully they give him a bit of a telling off afterwards. Here we are. I'm not looking at any comments until after this free kick, but just in case Craig ruins it for me. Bruno Fernandes lines up this free kick. Bruno Fernandes. Good save from Olsen. Nice height, to be fair. And that should be it. Manchester United, full time. We have beaten Mr. Emery. Finally, Manchester United have beaten Aston Villa by 4-2 in what I can only describe as an absolute dream second half. Brilliant game. First half was poor. Second half, fantastic. Get into the description. Click on that link. In about 5 minutes, I need to go for a quick pee break, and then I am there. I will see you very soon. Thank you for watching. Peace. In the description. Go, go, go.